Hey guys, this is MattiAce, and I've been covering the new scopes for a while, and the latest one that I covered was this one called Triangle. It's a green one-time reflex sight of the Venus Sovereignty, and I have to say that especially on Amerish this scope isn't all that good. It's a bit hard to see exactly where you're aiming with it. So I decided to replace it, and I picked this one called HPR Reflex One-Time Arrow. So I'll start off here by showing you some of the very first fights I had with this reflex sight. So yeah, that's what this sight looks like in combat, at least with my settings, which might vary from yours. So now, having a closer look at this sight, there are first and foremost two things that I want to point out. And I want to start off with what I think is the best thing about it, which is the very center reticle, the actual aim, so to speak. And notice how the center is very bright and almost shiny, while the surrounding is a lot darker. Of course, there is nothing unique about that, because the same thing can be said about almost all reflex sights in Planetside 2. However, with this particular sight, it creates a very distinct and very clear contrast, and that's important because it helps you with the visibility. However, a bit of a problem with visibility again has to do with how the redishness, so to speak, have a tendency to blend in with the color of TR, and also a little bit with the color of spotting. But since most players prefer red and are very comfortable with that, both from Planetside 2 and other games of course, I don't think this is a major problem. As I'm sure you understand, purple is the mixture of red and blue.
Look at my ammo.
Now the next things that I want to point out about this scope is what I'm not all that happy about, and that is the two upper ticks to the left and right above the actual center reticle. Just like with most scopes, I think those details, whatever they are too close to the actual reticle. They need to be placed a little bit further out. But what is more important, especially with this sight, is that I would prefer it if the two upper ones would be actually in line with the reticle, and I mean vertically, because that way they would function the same way as a true crosshair, an actual cross, or basically the same way as the T-dot that you have for the Terran Republic. Now, one thing that I want to point out also is that, just like with basically everything else in Planetside 2, the choice of scope is very situational, whether or not it's good, bad, or anything in between. And what I found about this one is that it gets extra clear at night time, and at least when I was fighting these NC players here on Indar. So yeah, just a short video covering this scope. I would probably use this quite a bit more. Now of course I'd like to know what you guys think about it. You think this one is better than the other ones that I've tried, or what is your personal favorite? Still sticking with the red dot? I mean, it's not like I blame you. It is the most popular and most common scope for a reason. So anyway, that's gonna be all for this video. I would say thank you all for watching, and bye for now.
Yeah. What can I do?
Part of the Vanguard. Part of the Vanguard. Eyes open. Enemy
I'm just gonna try to take another one.
Enemy heavy.
way to farm the shit out of the air.
Nah, it's dead.
Somehow I don't believe that.
I just got a couple of breakthroughs, not that much.